Hello and welcome to Life Upgrade today. I'd like to begin by reminding you the very words of Jesus in John chapter 8 verse 12. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Thinking about Jesus as light and as life brings something important to mind. In John chapter 1 from verse 1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. Look at that. All things was made by Jesus, which is the Word, who is the Word. So all things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. Verse 4 says, in Him was life, in Him, in Jesus was life, and the life was the light of men. So if Jesus says that He is the light of the world, whoever follows Him will not walk in darkness. That means whoever follows Him, whoever follows Jesus being the Word, whoever follows the Word will not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. So in Him was life, and the life was the light of men. 5 says, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. So whoever follows Jesus will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. I don't know what darkness it is to you today. Maybe it's confusion, maybe it's depression, or distraction, or you feel you have a hopeless situation, or sickness, disease, failure, or name it. Whatever that represents darkness in your life, you just need to think about the fact today that Jesus is the light of the world. That means it includes you. As long as you are in the world, Jesus is the light of the world, and that includes you. So you can receive the light of Jesus today. Follow Him, and you will not walk in darkness, but you will have the light of life. Now, how do you follow Jesus? It's by following His word. How do you follow His word? It's by following what He says. He says He's the light of the world. So you follow what He says, that He is the light of the world. I believe He's the light of the world. I am not going to walk in darkness anymore. So if it has to do with sickness, or has to do with depression, or whatever it is that has become a challenge to you today, I'm bringing you a message of hope. I'm bringing you a message of healing. Listen to me. You don't have to be a perfect person, in quote, to actually experience the light that Jesus gives. But understand that receiving the words of Jesus makes you one with Him as the light. He said something powerful that I'm going to read for you in John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. Look at that. I am the light of the world. Whosoever followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Now, He is not just the light, He is also the life. So He says, I have come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. So if what you're experiencing today is not in line with the scripture, or is not in line with God's will, dream, and purpose for your life, then you can have a rethink. You can think about the fact that what Jesus came to do for you in His death, burial, and resurrection is enough to give you His life, to give you the light. Wow. Thinking about it alone, it's something amazing. You can rest in that word today, that whoever follows Jesus will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Think about it. He stands at the door of your heart knocking. He said, if you open, I will come in. If He already lives in you and you're still experiencing some of this thing, then think about the fact that it's not Jesus causing it now. He said, the thief comes only to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And whoever follows Jesus will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Finally, I'd like to read something in Genesis chapter 1 from verse 1. It says, "In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep." See that word darkness again. So darkness could come to anyone. Darkness could want to become a challenge to anyone. Even God at creation, there was a challenge of darkness. But God didn't go about binding the darkness, He did something bigger and better that I'll show you in the next verse. It says, darkness upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Then 3 says, "And God said, let there be light, and there was light." So when God said, let there be light, light became. And guess who is the light? Jesus, the light of the world. Whoever follows him will not walk in darkness. And you're making a decision to follow Jesus today. Or you made it a long time ago, and now today you're already dedicating yourself on that decision that you're going to walk in the light of life. You're going to follow Jesus. That's a very beautiful thing that can happen to you or to anyone. So you do the same thing that God did. Yeah. And God said, let there be light. So you can look at that situation you're experiencing or facing today. Look at that challenge. Is it in your health? Is it in your mind? Is it in your life? Is it a habit that you've been trying to stop and it's holding you bound and holding you back? It's time to turn on the light. A wise person once said, you don't need to spend the time binding the darkness. All you just need to do is to turn on the light. Find out what the word says about a situation. Believe the word, meditate on the word, and keep declaring the word over your life. And trust me, you are definitely going to turn out from the darkness into the light of Jesus Christ. He is the light of the world. You follow him, you will not walk in darkness. And beyond you just not walking in darkness, you also become the light that shines to the man and the woman in your world. Thank you for tuning in to Life Upgrade today.